Oh, hi.
Hi,
How are you?
we're Roy and Karen.
I think they know that by
I
now.
think they do.
Getting tired of saying hi, this is Roy and Karen.
And they might know that we're in the Villages, Florida.
Might know it. They may not know that we are right here at the Fenny Rec Center in the beautiful village of Fenny.
Right across from the Fenny Nature Trail and it's beautiful homes.
So, what's this video about, honey?
Well, this video is about how we are preparing for retirement.
Spoiler alert, we're not retired.
Nope.
So, I think we should start them off with a brief history.
At our age, is it possible for that to be brief?
We're gonna do our best.
Okay.
So, as we were growing up, apart and together, retirement just wasn't in our consciousness. We didn't make decisions not to put money away for our retirement. We just never even thought about it.
And you being one of the male Cooper line.
Well, believe it or not, as of right now, I believe I may be the oldest male Cooper in existence. My father, both his brothers, grandparents, they on the Cooper side, they didn't make it to their 51st birthday. So retirement was like, what's that? I didn't know anybody who was retired.
Kind of changes how you look at things and adjust your perspective with that background.
But it wasn't just not having it in our consciousness. There were also economic situations that we had no control over.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Good old life, that four-letter word.
Yeah. And speaking of life, we had life events. We had surgeries, we had cancer, we had all kinds of things that got in the way of putting money away for retirement.
Yeah. And then without having that background and knowledge, we sought the expertise of our financial advisor.
Exactly. Who told us, oh my God, you're in terrible shape. If you want to have any retirement at all, pay off that house.
And we had a general sense of what we needed to do before that, but no specific plan. And just that one little piece that she provided us with until...
Well, but we did do it. We took that to heart.
Oh, yeah.
And we started paying down on the mortgage to do everything we could, and we refinanced it to a 15-year loan.
Right, we were paying extra. We were down to within 6 to 7 years of paying the mortgage off, just of our own devices.
Then one day,
our church says, hey, we're going to roll out this church-wide program. And this is a big church in Texas that we belong to, Hill Country Bible Church. There was probably at that point about 10,000 people that attended that church, and they wanted to roll out Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University to the church. And we're encouraging all of those that were serving there to attend the program with the assumption that we would come out and lead groups with that knowledge.
Which we did it because we wanted to serve at the church. And I was like, okay, Karen's in the financial industry, so this will be right up her alley, and I'll just go along for the ride. But what happened was, it grabbed me by the collar, and it really convicted me. And actually, for the first time in our lives, Karen and I were on the same page financially.
Yeah.
So it didn't just help us financially, it helped our marriage too. It was really extraordinary.
And it helped us graduate from having a general, vague sense of what we needed to do to having devising a specific plan.
Exactly. So at this point, up on the screen, I'm probably going to be showing you Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps. But this video is not about Dave Ramsey, and it's not about financial peace, but it's about how Roy and Karen have got ourselves to this place when, up until the time we were in our 50s, we hadn't put a penny away for retirement.
We had a penny, but it
we
wasn't
were
really
working
what it
on
needed to be.
We were working on the house. We weren't working on the 401k and the nest egg. The house was going to be our nest egg. So here are the top 4 things that, based on Dave's baby steps, we needed to do to get ourselves in shape. So the first baby step that affected us was the debt snowball. Get our debts gone. And we did it.
Yep. And in that process, we made a budget.
Exactly.
One together for the first time, and we stick to it.
And learning how to do that budget and learning how to pay off that debt. Oh, I got a couple of $100 left over. Let me go buy a toy. No, that goes to the debt. Learning how to do that, that helped us with step number 3, which was an emergency fund. Now you'd wonder, why? You wonder, because I was wondering, why are we going to put money in an emergency fund when we have a mortgage to pay off? Because if we didn't have the emergency fund, we'd be back in debt again. Then we focused on getting that mortgage paid off. So the question was, when can we retire? Well, we can retire when the house is paid off. And there's a formula. You figure out how much money you're paying every month, and you can figure it out to the month. And we knew this month and this year, the mortgage would be paid off as long as we kept doing what we were doing every month. So then we said, okay, where would we be Social Security wise if we didn't retire till that date? And that worked out really well for us. You take your money at 62, you get this amount. You take your money at 65, you get this amount. You take your money at this and then this, and it just keeps on growing. So when we looked at when we would have the house paid off, that Social Security dollar was pretty good.
Yeah, it was definitely larger.
Yeah. So that was our plan. That was our plan.
But the best laid plans can change.
So now we know when we can retire, but now I'm wondering, where are we going to retire? We're not going to retire in Texas.
No. Texas is a great state. I loved our time in Texas.
Yeah, I sure did
spent
too.
8 years in Texas and got used to how hot it could be and how humid it could be, and these snakes and scorpions and all the things that came with the environment we were in. Crazy
so
hailstorms.
Florida comes with alligators.
Whatever. Every place comes with something.
All right. The reason we can't retire in Texas is because...
Well, it was part of the equation, but a big reason was the property taxes are very high there. And you can get exemptions when you hit 65, but they're still pretty high property taxes, and they'll continue to climb with values. I mean, do we really want to be in a place where $1,000 a month is going to property taxes?
And because we lived in a very highly desirable suburb of Austin, and the property values had gone up substantially for us, it did give us options we didn't have before. You know the story of how we got here. If you don't, you'll go check out one of our other videos. So I won't rehash that. But
it helped expedite our ultimate plan of paying off the mortgage.
Absolutely. We were able to downsize into no mortgage.
Right, and we didn't really have to downsize a whole lot to be able to accomplish that. It was A-OK.
We love our neighborhood. We love the house we're in. We have such an energy efficient house. Everything in comparison to what we had in Texas is better here. Lower property taxes, lower cost of living, and golf cart life.
Yeah. And our budget, our entertainment budget, what it would be to even come close to what we can do here for the activities would be crazy expensive in the Austin metro area. When we pay $179 a month right now for our amenities fees to do anything we want to do in the villages.
So one of the things I'd like to bring up is that the economic calamities that we've gone through over the years, there were things that affected us getting to retirement in a negative way. This time, because markets are cyclical. Real estate markets, stock markets, markets are cyclical. What goes up must come down. What's down will come back up. Well, we took advantage of this one. Here we are in beautiful Florida, in beautiful The Villages, with this beautiful nature all around us, and we're not retired. What are we doing to continue to prepare for our retirement?
Well, we've checked off a lot of boxes already, and the mortgage is gone. That was a big goal. Now we are in a place where the cost of living is lower, and we're not retired, but we're still working so that we can maximize our 401ks.
There you go.
Build that nest egg up to a better level that we'll feel more comfortable with. So one day we'll be able to feel comfortable when we retire. And we placed ourselves in a place where you can live a good life for
Not a whole
not
lot.
a whole lot of
In
money.
comparison to other places we've lived. I mean, the cost of living here in comparison to California, in comparison to Texas, it's very nice here.
Yeah.
The thing I really wanted to stress, though, was that even though we could retire, even though the mortgage is paid off, it's paid off way earlier than we ever anticipated.
I'm not ready to retire yet.
I'm not ready
I love
to
what
retire.
I do.
And it does now give us the chance to catch up on what we didn't do when we were younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's the point I was really wanted to stress was, sure, we could do it. I think the Social Security would be okay right now. But if we postpone it, it just grows to really comfortable levels. At the same time, our 401k grows to more comfortable levels.
That's critical. Plus, we have to think about, we both have had major medical issues, and if one of us was to go, the other one needs to still be able to make it.
Well, I just figured all the male Coopers had married New York women.
Oh, no.
And that's what killed them. And I was smart enough to not do that. And that's how I managed to live to this particular place in my life.
Okay. Let the comments begin.
So, honey.
But we're not retired. In the meantime, we are living our best
There you
life.
go.
This is not any kind of challenge. We have not packed ourselves away. We've not found a porch to sit there and rock on till we die. Look what we found. This is an amazing place. And I want to enjoy it with this guy right here for many, many more years.
So,
We appreciate you stopping by.
did you stop by or did we stop by? I don't know. I like this. I like this kind of chatty kind of thing we're doing here. So if you'll subscribe, then you'll be notified the next time we have a little chat like this. See ya.
See ya.
You'll want to watch this video next.
Or you'll want to watch this video next.